Hi there, welcome to this 3 months to cash flow video. I've got a great testimonial here from one of our recent graduates, Keith Barnes. Keith has been a superstar student, very, very easy for us to work with. We've had lots of fun, and I just wanted to introduce him to you so you can see that this is not a scary endeavor getting involved with the 3 month to cash flow program. So yeah, over to you, Keith. Really nice to see you again. What brought you to us in the first place?
Hi, Robin. I'll just sort of give you a bit of my history rather than give you specifics.
Sure.
Beginning of this year, I realised that fiat was crashing and little things were happening, and inflation was going up. So crypto popped up on my timeline. Something called a homeschool DeFi club, Richard's Hearts. That was in February of this year. So I joined and I started going on the courses, the free workshops, how to open a wallet, etc., how to open Coinbase, Binance, and navigate all those. So I started getting into it slowly but surely. But as I started getting into it, I got a lot of overwhelmed because there was a lot of subjects in it, and although it was really exciting to get into, there was a lot to learn at the time. So I got a sense of overwhelm. I spoke to Richard. I joined Coinbase in March, and I bought towards the end of March, and I bought some Bitcoin on the 4th of April, strangely enough, at the beginning of the tax year. wasn't on purpose, just the way it happens. And then I started getting into it a bit more, but I got more and more overwhelmed, and I had other things going on in my life. So I just stepped away. And when I stepped away, I was still thinking about it. It was still going over in my head and knowing I'd have to get into it eventually. So I just sort of put it out to the universe that I needed some help. And then a few weeks later, I went back online. It was actually about 8 weeks later. And you had a course just sort of come up on my timeline. You had this course, this 3 months to cash flow. So I looked into it and seen what it was about, and I thought, yeah, this sounds perfect, because I knew you all through your own individual classes, your free classes in the evenings and the daytime. Admittedly, I was a bit restricted because I was in work 5 days a week, so I could only do the evening ones. And on the odd occasion, I did get the day ones when I was off. Anyway, signed up, and you know the structure works yourself. I had the 4 years, you, Moira, Richard, and Mella.
Yep.
Yeah. So the first hour was great. I think it was a Thursday night I met you, and you told me all about little things and which way to go, directions, which was what I needed, because I had all these things sort of dangling, and I didn't know what to do with them. So like my first month was amazing. It was, my marriage nearly came. I think I mentioned that to you, because it was just so exciting. For me, it wasn't about making loads of money, because I didn't have loads of money to invest. Do you know what I mean? But it was just getting the knowledge of it and the stuff you can do with it. And it was a bit mind blowing, because I couldn't believe it at first that like these platforms wanted to give me this money like every month just for investing a little bit of paper with them. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Saying that it's Bitcoin. So yeah, and I started doing it gradually, and then as I was if I was hitting any blocks or anything, I'd just message one of you, and when you come back, you'd tell me what was going on, and it was great, absolutely fantastic. And then over the 3 months, I've just got better and better and better at it, and I've been introduced to more platforms and everything. I've got about half a dozen wallets now, and I'm on 10 different platforms. I'm on Super One. You know everything I'm on.
Yes.
Like I say, I didn't have loads of money to invest, and I didn't really want to at first, because I was a bit cautious about it. So I just like put $100 here, $100 there, $500, $500, whatever it may be. And then after the 3 months, I've started monitoring it and seeing what I've laid out and what's been coming back in. I joined your spreadsheet course.
Yes.
I didn't know much about Excel, so that's helped me a lot. So I've got all that side of it sorted as well, and it's just been great. for me personally, I'd still been in a position now that I was 6 or 8 months ago, just scratching. And one of the reasons I stepped back was there was overwhelm, but there's a lot of scammers in this business, as you know, and I didn't know who to ask. I was cautious about who to ask because I thought, well, I don't know these people and they might seem really good at doing what they're doing, but what do they do? You know, do I give them all my money and trust them? So there was a lot of that involved. So I had to step back and listen to myself and make sense of it. But it all made sense, and all my worries were not founded. You know, they were just basic worries, as you can imagine.
Yeah, brilliant, brilliant. And what we love, you know, the coaches, the other three coaches, myself, we love, you know, providing that springboard for people, you know, to go on and do, you know, bigger and better things.
Yeah, it was a springboard, and it was a huge eye opener. If I hadn't done the 3 months to Cashflow, as I say, I'd have still been stuck, and I'd have still been spending loads and loads of hours on YouTube and other things. Because the thing with doing that as well, you can get lost. You know, you click on the link and it's dead interesting, and there's another link within that. So you click on that. Then a couple of hours later, you forgot why you were going there in the first place.
Yeah, it can be a rabbit hole. It's good to have when you have a strategy. I think it helps having a strategy in place before you start, and then you can.
Yeah, you've explained all about strategies to me and everything else, and where to start and what not to do. But above all that, it was the general. I mentioned it to Richard after the first hour. I felt comfortable. I felt amongst friends and people I could trust, and that was the biggest thing for me. I needed people to give me the right answers from the heart, and not just because they wanted to make some coin out of it.
Well, it's been a pleasure. You know, we have a lot of fun. You know, doing this. It's got to be fun. It's got to be fun, but there is a serious aspect to it. You know, it is your funds. It's, you know, we're trying to make a difference, and you've been a great student. You ask the right questions, which makes it a lot easier for us as coaches. But you know, it's fair to say you didn't really have any experience of this whole space, and you've knocked out the park. You've been fantastic, and you're going to go on to, you know, great things in 2022. I think the whole world is going to need to know this kind of thing next year. So, you know, I'm really pleased that you took action, you got involved. So anybody else who wants to do this out there, you know, just be like Keith and just do this. So thank you very much, Keith, for agreeing to do this little video. It's been a real pleasure working for you, and I really look forward to working with you more in 2022. And we're really going to, you know, set the heather on fire, as we say up here.
Yeah, that's great, Robin. I don't know what you're doing with this video, but if anyone is watching this video and is in the position that I was in when I first started, do yourself a favor, invest a little in yourself and get onto this 3 months to Cashflow. You won't be disappointed. It will help you so much on your journey. The springboard I got and the eye openers I got was just amazing. I'd recommend it.
Brilliant stuff. Cheers. Thank you, Keith. All right. All the best.
Bye,
bye. Cheers now.